everyone is a little bit feeling that the spring is here. Here in Dallas is the same. Our temperature is up to 90, so it's a little bit hot. And we are waiting for more people joining. So while you're sitting there, maybe you can notice that today I'm sitting on the floor, but for those of you, if you still sit on your chair, then you can just twist a little bit your upper body so you can have more relaxation. Or you can rotate your shoulders like these, slowly, forward, backward, or even you can clap hand. Or like this is a kind of relaxation, like this, hitting each other, the edge of the two palms. Yeah. And we make fist, hit this part. Use your fist, hit this part. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, shaking your hands like these. Good. Okay, the other direction. Okay, now rubbing your two hands. Massage your ears. Pull your ear roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now it's time for us to have a mindfulness. Will be the continuing of meditation and some Buddha's teaching. As usual, the first 20 minutes, we are doing our sitting meditation. And if you see, I'm now as a sitting on the floor position, not sitting on a chair. But it's okay. You can have a mat on your floor, or you can still keep your chair. So either way, it's okay. And as usual, we do some warming up, and then you will hear the 3 knocks of the wooden fish. Then we still practicing the breathing in and out exercise, because next week, after I introduce the mindfulness practice, then we will start mindful practice next week. So this week, we're still doing the breathing in and out exercise. So after 3 knocks of the wooden fish, then everyone, please, you have to close your eyes. And at that time, I will ask Raymond, our assistant, to have the 7 points of meditation on the screen. So you can remind yourself, or while you're doing meditation, you can check the 7 points. And after 20 minutes, you can hear just one knocking of the wooden fish. And that means the end of sitting. And after sitting, we do some massages, and then we stand up, we take 3 minutes walk, and we follow by 2 minutes rest or taking half cup of your water or your coffee or your tea. And the rest of time, we are continuing having the teaching of the Buddha about mindfulness. Okay, so that's our routine for today's lesson. So let's do it. We just had some exercise, but since most of the people are here, and we will do together. First, remember our neck, our head connected our neck. So we'll do turn our head to left and right, left and right. And then we rotate slowly with our neck. Okay, now start. Turn to the left, back to the right, back to the left, back to the right. Okay, now we rotate our neck on, rotate to our center. If you feel dizzy, you just do it slowly and slowly, okay? If you feel okay, then just follow my counting. So let's do it. We're tucking our chin, lower our head, and start rotating from the left side to the right side. Again, to left side, right side, center. Now, right side to the left side. Again, right side to the left side. And now, our shoulder. We move our shoulder forward to backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now our shoulder and our arms, our head, we're patting. Our left hand up and patting up to our finger. Okay, another hand, another hand. Again. Okay, now we are going to twist our waist, just like for our upper body, just twist it like this. Things easy, no matter you are sitting on the floor or you're sitting on a chair. So left to right, 2 more rounds. Left to right, left to right. Now reverse from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, Okay, now our legs, straighten our legs, just one foot. If you are sitting on your chair, you just straighten it and raise it up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, put it down. And again, your left foot raise up and your toes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put it down. Now raise it again. Now your toes forward. Just bend down your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Put your left foot down. A little bit sore, but it's okay. Now we change to our right foot. Again, straighten it up. And we raise our right foot up. Straighten. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put it down. And raise it up again. And your toes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put it down and up, and your toes go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, put it down. Now we are going to hug our knees. So if you are sitting on a chair, just be careful. Raise your left foot and pull it near you, but slowly, okay? And you hug it for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly put it down. And raise your right foot and put it on your chair or your mat, and you hug it for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, put it down. Now your left foot again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, put it down. And your right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now a little bit massage through your feet, your legs, your whole body. Okay, now back to your meditation position. If you're sitting on the floor, you can try to cross your 2 legs. If you can, it's okay. If you're sitting on your chair, put your 2 feet on the ground. And we are now can adjust a little bit your position and check your position. And after 3 knocks of the wooden fish, I would like to ask Raymond to have the 7 points reminding for us. Okay, if you're okay with your position, let's go. Check your positions, your head, your shoulder, your eyes, your tongue, most important, your spine. And if you're ready, take 3 deep of breathing. Remember, just purely pay attention. You're breathing in and out. Before we open our eyes, rub our two hands till they are warm. Massage our eyes, our face, our neck, our shoulder, arms, hands. Rub our two hands again. Massage our back, our waist, our legs, our feet. Now we can open our eyes and take a rest for a few seconds, and we arise slowly because we are now going to have 3 minutes walking meditation. So you can choose your own pace. If you want to have a brisk walking, and you can do it. Or you prefer a slowly walking. It's all your own choice. So if you're ready, you can rise slowly and start walking. We take 2 minutes rest. So you can have a half cup of your coffee or tea, or you can just sitting and waiting. Hello, welcome back. Now is the time for having Buddha's teaching about mindfulness. So I'm going to share my screen. Just wait a few seconds, okay? So since we are all talking about the mindfulness, and of course, we can just say, oh, you just be mindful. And what is mindful and what's going on about the mindfulness and why we practice mindfulness. So according to some of the sutras, the Buddha said there are 4 foundations when we practice mindfulness. Because before we have the previous 2 classes, we only practice breathing in and out. Even though that's one of the practicing, but if we want to go deeper and really to experience the benefits or the goodness of meditation, then we have to start from practicing mindfulness. The breathing in and out just provide us to have a focus point, but we have to move forward. So today I'm going to have the first of 2 foundations to introduce to you. Okay, so that's our subject, 2 of the foundations of mindfulness. And let's take a look of what did the Buddha said. What's wrong with my PowerPoint? Okay. I do have what? Enter? I'm sorry. I don't. What to do with my PowerPoint? Enter? No. It doesn't. Oh, here. Oh, no. The first one is when Buddha taught his disciples, usually after meal, he would tell his disciples, go and contemplate on the space, an open space or on the tree. So he said, you have to dwell contemplating the body in the body, ardent, clearly comprehending, unified, with concentrated one-pointed mind. So in order to know the body as it really is, and the same to the feeling. Since we are talking about the body and the feeling, so I just quote these 2. And that's from the Buddha's teaching to his disciple. So when we dwell, what does that mean? That means we really do it. We are practicing it. And what does that mean? The body in the body. We have the body, we have the whole body sitting here. And what in the body? That means we have little parts, just like a machine is composed by several of parts. So that means we are observing some parts, or even each part of our physical form. So that's the meaning of the body in the body. And how or what kind of attitude when we observe the body in the body. He said, clearly comprehending. We have to observe and we have to understand. And unify, which means we don't have such abrupt emotion. We balance our body and mind so that we can create the right focus. So that means we concentrated with one pointed mind. So I'm going to show you what is the body in the body. Then we can recognize that the body is not the solid, unified thing, but rather the collection of parts. Just like to have a whole body, we need our ears, we need our five senses, we have organs. So each part is actually a small body, and that is located in a larger entity. That's the body. So just like small parts compose a large body. And of course, I think you all know our body is composed by 4 primary elements: earth, air, fire, and water. And each of them, the quality, that means solidity, and air is motion, because the air can spread out. It has motion energy. And of course, the heat from our body, that's fire, that's a kind of temperature. And of course, our liquid from our body, our union, our tears, our sweat, and that's all from our body. And of course, that's the 4 primary elements of our body. But for details, we have 32 parts. That was according to the sutra, according to the Buddhism, and it was divided into 6 groups. Since we are not talking very detailed in the 32 parts, but we can use as an example, what does body in a body mean? So when they practice, they will usually from the group 1. And if you are interested to find out what are the 32 bodies are, 32 parts are, you can Google that and you can get a lot of detail. But I'm not going to dig it, but just use the group 1 as an example. So if you can touch right now, use your hand. When I say the group 1 parts, you can touch that, right? So first, you can touch your head hairs. You can just feel that. And of course, your body hairs is more subtle, more thinner. And your nails, our nails, it grows every day. And our teeth, like this, you can touch that. And our skin. So that's group 1. When I saw these, the 6 groups, I just told myself, what are they doing? Why do we need this? Why do we need 32 parts and even memorize them? group by group. And finally, I understand if you want to meditate and you want to know details about your body parts, then you have to have a way to get familiar with this. So the first group is very easy to touch and to see. So that's we have hair here, and we have skin, our teeth, our nails. That you can easily to see and to feel, and mostly you can see the impermanence happening on our own body parts. So hairs, it will fall just like leaves. It falls down every day. Our body hair, even our head hairs, right? For the ladies, when they comb their hairs, and you will see the fallen hairs. And of course, our nails, we have to cut our nails once in a while. And our teeth, I think everyone have the experience of our teeth. We have a cavity, we have to fill up our teeth. And of course, skin, for touching, we know it's hot, it's cold, or it will burn. We will get burned when we touch on a very hot things. So the first group is very easy for us to see and to observe. So I think that's why we have these 5 body parts on the first group for us to observe. But why are we observing this? Why we should get familiar with these, our 32 parts? And Buddha had reasons for that. Let's take a look. If we really want to see the body as it reality is, from observing these, our own body parts, and of course, we know everyone has the same body parts. So from ourselves, we see the changing of our body parts, and we can feel the changes of our body parts. So we know that we cannot really control our whole body, the physical form. So we can develop a perception that is not my body, or is not myself. The body just comes into a form and remains present for a while, and then we will pass away. So the whole body is only a tool for us, but we cannot hold it forever. And of course, our physical body, we will experience injury, we got cut, we got burned, and of course we got ill. And eventually we experience death. So the body actually is not a safe place, or is, let's say, unsatisfactory as a source of lasting happiness. So gradually, while we observing, neutrally, without any emotion, the changes of our body, we gradually know that it's non-self. The body can also be called non-self or selfless. So that's the lesson. We practice the mindfulness on our body. So it says the body is impermanent, unsatisfactory, and of course is non-self. So by observing the 32 body parts, we can deepen our perception of impermanence and selfless or non-self. And that's what the Buddha said. The body as it really is. The body, you cannot really control that, but it just goes in a very natural way. It's the truth. The body is not perfect. Even though we always say, oh, my teeth are hurting me, oh, my eyes are getting my eyes getting has something going on. We usually start with the sentence with my, but the Buddha said it's really not my, but the reality is the body, just body, the body just as it really is. Because we have attachment to parts of our body, so we can say, oh, that people is more prettier than these people, or she is more prettier. She is the most prettiest girl in the world. So we can have that kind of perception, but really the reality is body parts, just body parts. There is nothing lasting forever. So that's one thing when we do the contemplation on our body. We just learn the changes of our body so that we know everything is changing at every second. So that's what we learn from the foundation body. We practice with our body parts. Okay. And what about our feeling? In Buddhism, of course, we categorize our feelings just like present, unpresent, and neutral. And all the mental awareness, we call it feelings. So even that we cannot have two feelings at the time, but the feelings change is very fast. That's why we say our thinking, just like the waterfall, it's always there, always very rush. Our feeling just rush, just like the waterfall, continuously. And when a pleasant feeling is arising, and maybe next second, it comes to a painful feeling. So it's always changing, always moving. And the same is true of an unpleasant and neutral feeling. And why do we learn about the feelings? Feelings. Why do we have to contemplate that? So the same, the reason we contemplate or we practice mindfulness on our feelings has the same reason with we contemplate on our body parts, because our mental streaming, our mental awareness happens so fast. And sometimes we didn't know or we didn't notice about that. That's why also we observe our body parts, and also we have to learn how to see or how to observe our feelings. And here, the same, the Buddha said we have to contemplate the feeling as it really is. Feeling is feeling. Even though we say we have pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling, but actually, feeling is a feeling. Just because of the multifunctions with our senses or our perception, feelings, we have unpleasant and pleasant. That's what we feel. But actually, we said feeling as it really is. A feeling is a feeling. There is no pleasant or unpleasant or neutral. We regard feelings in this way to help us develop a very simple one is that non-judgmental awareness. Even though we have some feelings, we have three types of feelings, but actually we just using to observe the feeling as a way of training of our non-judgmental awareness. So when we say the feeling as it really is, or the body as it really is, we just use our body or our feeling as tools to train ourselves. So when we watch each emotion or sensation when it arises, or you can observe when it arises, or you know what's the time when he passes away. So we know the sequence and we experience that. And we observe that any feeling, just like our body parts, is impermanent. So when we observe, and we are going to use some ways to observe that and in our next class. But today, just explanation about why Buddha said we have four fundamentals of mindfulness. Because the body is the most tool we can access, we can observe, and also our feelings. And of course, next time we are talking about our mind, and of course, the environment. And how can we practice our body mindfulness, our feeling mindfulness, our mind mindfulness, or our Dharma? That's what we say, Dharma mindfulness in this kind of situation. Of course, there are some ways, but first we need to know why we use these four fundamentals to develop our sharp, our alertness, and our non-judgmental awareness, so that we can gain more experience, and also eventually we can develop or cultivate our compassion and our wisdom. That's why the Buddha said, if you want to meditate, then you start with contemplating your body parts and your feeling, your thought, and also your mind, and also the Buddha's teaching. So of course we say the mind alone cannot exist, but only particular states of mind that appear depending on external or internal conditions. And paying attention to the way each feeling arises and the time period of their presence and their passing away. By that kind of way, then we can learn to stop the runaway trend. Last week, we just saying that our mind is just like a non-stopping or runaway train. But by the contemplating the 4 foundations of mindfulness, we can learn how to control and even how to stop the runaway train. So next time we are going to continue to talk about the mind and the Dharma. And that's the Buddha's teaching for today. But before we leave, I would like to still let us practice mindful on our pandemic situation, and still we do the prayer. Okay, so in front of your own computer, maybe you can recite or read out loud with me. During this critical time of COVID-19 outbreak, I pray that this pandemic may end soon. May all infected get cured with less suffering. May all beings be well protected and stay healthy. May those in uniformed services and healthcare and all the other workers on the front line who are sacrificing themselves during this critical time to serve those in need be safe and sound. Okay, thank you for joining me, and be mindful for our health and also our homework. Still practicing your sitting meditation again in this week. So till next time, see you then. Let me check. We have any comments in our chatter box? I didn't see. Okay. See you next time and stay healthy
Thank you.
and sound. Okay.
Thank you, 师傅和新加
Thank
坡。
you, dear 曼光师傅. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you. We love you. Thank you so
Okay.
much. 阿弥陀佛. Thank you.
A弥陀佛.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.